I just pulled a hair out of the brain. It was pretty disgusting. It's just a, I'm a bit harebrained right now.
Me sinto completamente contente, posso dizer completamente contente. Me sinto completamente contente, posso dizer completamente contente. Me sinto completamente contente, posso dizer completamente contente. Me sinto completamente.
So I have realized that a lot of people didn't believe me when I said that you could actually get pig brain soup. We were actually making a video for Churchill, which is our kind of weekly talk show that me and Winston do every week on Mondays and Tuesdays. He's actually the guy behind the camera right now. And a lot of the Chinese subscribers from other provinces said that we don't eat pig brains, right? So I said, well, actually, I can go right next door to my house, and this is where I live here in Mai Di, and actually go order pig brains and eat them. Now, I'm gonna put a little disclaimer out there. I don't actually like pig brains, but I wanna show you that you can get it at a very foreigner-friendly restaurant that is famous for cheap dumplings, cheap noodles, and cheap chicken legs. And I like to call it Pac-Man. We got it. They have it. So every restaurant here in China actually has a safety rating. And I want to say that it helps the quality of food safety here, but actually it's more indicative of whether they paid the bribe or not to actually get the top rating. And it's usually smiley faces. Every province has their own different one, but in Guangdong it kind of looks like this. Now the reason foreigners like Pac-Man, this restaurant, so much is because it's so cheap. And the dumplings that they actually provide are these dumplings that actually use peanut sauce. It's just pure peanut butter mixed with hot sauce, and the foreigners absolutely love them. They can't get enough of those things. Another thing is that they also deliver. It's very, very common to get Pac-Man to deliver right to your door and actually help this very restaurant translate their menu so that the foreigners living in the area could actually order stuff. But as I was translating the menu, I realized most of the items other than dumplings are not things that foreigners probably want to eat. Now, pig brain soup is just that. It's an entire pig's brain. I'm firstly surprised that pigs' brains are much smaller than human brains. They always say that pigs are just as smart as dogs, if not smarter, but this brain is very small. I imagine like an infant brain. It doesn't look incredibly appetizing, and it's already kind of destructed itself into 3 pieces in my bowl. And there's all kinds of roots and kind of like tree bark and goji berries and stuff in a soup that smells like urine. I gotta be totally honest with you, it really just smells like piss. And kind of like cardboard as well, which is very strange. I'm gonna first go for some broth. Tastes much better than it looks. Doesn't taste like piss. It tastes like a mildly oily, salty broth with some kind of Chinese medicine herbs, but right on the back of the tongue, I got a really bad note of iron taste, and that's probably what the brain is actually gonna taste like. So, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go for it. Remember, this is at your foreigner-friendly local Pac-Man. Tastes like overcooked noodles mixed with blood and dirt. A very dirty taste. Now I've heard that you're not supposed to eat pig brains because they typically carry disease, and being in China where, you know, we only got a blue safety or food safety rating over here, I don't know if this is the best idea to eat, but they actually say that if I eat this, I'll get smarter. Here's to an A+. It's just a slog at this point, but I'm gonna go for it, guys. I got a ganwan this pig brain. My wife actually had to eat this before her final exam in high school. Her mom made her eat this like multiple times so that she'd get smarter. I'm not feeling any smarter. I just feel kind of sick. Almost through. I think I did a good job, guys. That was really hot.
7块钱。
7块哈。谢谢。Now the reason I wanted to go there is for two reasons. Number one is actually I wanted to show all the people out there that the regional differences between foods in China are completely different. Here in Guangdong, they typically eat organ meats and things like brains, right? And when you talk to a lot of Chinese people, a lot of them haven't even left their home province, so they only think that Chinese cuisine is the stuff that their mom cooks at home in their home province, right? And that's just not true. And that's one of the greatest things about traveling in China is that you get the chance to try all these weird and awesome and wonderful foods. Number two, that is the first meal that I ever ate in China. Now, when I first arrived in Huizhou, I had no idea how to speak Chinese. I had no idea how to read a menu. And I just figured that if I go to this restaurant where everyone else is going to, and I point at the menu, I'll get something good. And the first dish I ever ate here in Huizhou, right after I got off the airplane, was pig brain soup. So it's been 7 years, and yeah, 2 out of 10. Would not recommend. Tastes terrible. Thank you so much, Laowinners, and I hope you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane, and I'll catch you on the next one.